Ladies and gentlemen, it is here. We have gotten the official confirmation that Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville is indeed coming to the Nintendo Switch on March 19th. Now, you're actually seeing the official reveal trailer in the background right now for the Battle for Neighborville Complete Edition. This was launched on the Nintendo Direct that happened earlier today. And not only is the game coming on over, but there is a whole bunch of brand new changes associated with this edition of the game. So today we're going to take a look at those very specific changes that are exclusive to the brand new Nintendo Switch Battle for Neighborville. So with that being said, let's hop on right over to the Nintendo website and take a look at these changes. Alright, so here we are on the official Nintendo.com website where you can directly pre-order Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville Complete Edition. It does cost $40, which seems kind of expensive, but I'll explain why that's really not bad in a bit. And it's eligible for pre-order right now, available on March 19th of 2021. So now let's scroll down and see what's actually new with this edition of the game. So pre-order now to kick some grass offline and online, which brings us to our very first point here. Venture to the outer edges of Neighborville offline. So you no longer need an internet connection to play on either Giddy Park, and this is obviously just against no bots or bots in Giddy Park. You don't need an internet connection for any of the free roam regions now, and you also don't need an internet connection to play private play. So you can do that all entirely offline, which makes obviously a ton of sense considering the Switch is a big, on-the-go console. You may not have access to internet all the time, so you should be able to just maybe on a long car ride, hop in the back seat, whip out your Nintendo Switch, and hop on the Battle for Neighborville and play some offline modes. Maybe do some Tiger Claws bounty farming to grind up and get those tacos and coins on a nice, long, boring car ride. So that is great to see. And there is a good reason you're going to need to do a lot of coin farming in this, because customize every character for battle. Another brand new feature, earn in-game coins only through play and spend them at Rux's store to unlock cool customization items, characters, and perks. Rainbow stars are a thing of the past. Rainbow stars do not exist anymore. Rux only sells items with coins, so all of those items will be obtainable just by earning those in-game currency, those in-game coins. Microtransactions are gone, and that's why the price point of this game is $40. There are no microtransactions. At least it would seem that it's entirely based in the game, which you might think, when I pay for a game I shouldn't have to buy a bunch of extras and microtransactions and stuff. Well, that is not the case for the Xbox, the PlayStation, or the PC version of the game, but in the Switch version, the entire game and all of the customization items are able to be unlocked for free. This is how the game was meant to be played. This is absolutely incredible, and I'm so excited to see this. And again, I am going to have to make some revamped coin farming guides here. The farming guides will be coming back, ladies and gentlemen, because there's going to be a whole new wave of people in search of getting coins and experience much, much quicker than usual. Next up, play with your favorite people, party up with 3 friends, dive online into some 8v8 multiplayer in Turf Takeover. So, first things first, you will not be able to play 12v12, 8v8 is the max. And from what I can see, reading this pre-order thing, it just keeps mentioning Turf Takeover. Now, I'm not for certain here, but it seems like Turf Takeover might be the only online game mode. Again, I'm not for certain. I'm not sure if they'll have like Team Vanquish and some of the other ones. Like, we have the weekly playlist on console here. Well, I can't say on console, I mean Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. We have, like the weekly playlist. But all I'm seeing right here is just Turf Takeover. Which obviously, or in my honest opinion, would make sense because they're going to have a smaller player base on Switch. That's likely, especially with most of the players playing offline and not paying for that Nintendo Switch Plus or whatever they call that for the Switch. So it wouldn't surprise me if they only had one multiplayer game mode. But with that being said, if they did only have one multiplayer game mode, that would be fine, because then you could pretty much guarantee, hopefully, that when you boot up and play Turf Takeover in 8v8, then you'd have a full lobby, whereas in some of these other consoles, you boot up a game of multiplayer and you can't find anybody. Next up, some other cool things that only available on the Switch are motion controls and touch menu. So you can use the motion controls for aiming. I think this is hilarious. I think it would be so much fun to aim and point and shoot at your enemies while playing the game. I used to play Call of Duty Black Ops 1 on the Wii, just to tell you how old I am here. And that was kind of a disaster with the motion controls, but it was fun nonetheless, and I feel like it'd be the same type of deal here. So that's a cool option you got here. And also, you can interact with the menus throughout the game and, zoom in your map, I would assume, in the free roam regions using the touchscreen of the Nintendo Switch, which makes sense if you're playing it as a handheld device. You can click on some of those options all using the touchpad. And finally, and what may possibly be one of the biggest changes with this version, Prize Map Selector. Choose from and interact with all 12 prize maps at any time and exchange prize bulbs for the rewards. You no longer have to wait until December to get the December map. You don't have to wait until June to get the June map. They are going to have every single prize map available for you immediately, and you can just choose a prize map and just buy rewards from it. You can access every single item in this game and purchase them with prize bulbs. So obviously that is a lot of prize bulbs. I am going to have to make some crazy new prize bulb guides here, which I am super excited for. But that's insane. I mean, it's a great idea because obviously if you just can't play enough 1 month, like on the console or on the Xbox, like you gotta wait a whole year then to try and get those rewards again, which is not fair to many of these players. I mean, what if you get the game on Xbox, like, in January, and you really wanted those Christmas costumes? Now you gotta wait a full year, and that's unfortunate, but not on the Switch version. The Switch version, you can access any of those rewards at any time, and if you got the prize bulbs, you can spend them right away. That is incredible. I'm wondering if we'd see the removal of the prize bulb cap too. That'd be kind of cool. That would allow for some crazy farms, maybe even some crazy overnight farms. So we'll have to definitely take a look at that. Some final things to note: the game will run at 30 frames per second instead of 60 like we're used to on the other consoles. Obviously that's because the Nintendo Switch isn't as powerful, and you can expect it to run at a much lower resolution than if you were to play it on the PC or the Xbox or PlayStation. With that being said, guys, that's going to wrap up this video. Let me know, what do you think about this Switch launch? Are you excited for it? Are you going to get it? Otherwise, guys, I'll see you in the next video. See you next time. Game on, gamers.